Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and today we're going to do a very quick mini journal. It's not mini as in size, you can see it's bigger than my hand, but it's mini as in limited papers and more designed for long weekends, weekends away, special events like weddings, christenings. To do this project, I've used some of my own 12 by 12 and cut it down as the cover because it's a stiffer card. However, with the kit that I'm using, which is the Cinderella and Beyond kit, you could easily double-side print one of the papers onto a stiff card and use the kit as the cover. So all I've done is cut the cover to basically an A5 size and cut the papers accordingly because they print out as A4, cut the little banded white border off. It's slightly smaller than A5 just because my cutting skills are such that it takes me 2 or 3 attempts to get a straight line. In here I have only used, outside of the cover, 3 papers on a 160 GSM paper stock, so quite stiff and able to hold weight of pockets, etc. Papers are such that you can write on them anyway, so I'm not going to overly highly decorate them like I normally would, because I wanted to use basically the kit. I will use a pamphlet stitch, a 3-stitch one, which is basically 3 holes and stitch it all together, and I will show you that now. All I'm going to do is with a pencil mark the halfway point, which in this case is just under 4, so I will say it's 4. It's a quick project, we don't need to be hugely accurate. And then I will go down to the one on this side and then the one on this side, and that is going to be a roughly even stitch. The papers don't move when I punch the holes through. I'm just going to clip them. We have an awl or a pokey tool that's sharp, and we are simply going to go on that crease and straight through, push basically until it goes through the papers, and that's already through. I've got this here to protect worktops, fingers, etc. Similar, take where you kind of in the middle of that mark and straight through, and then the same at the bottom. I will use my wax thread because this is a dark cover. I'm going to use my dark wax thread. You can use any thread on these, and you want about 3 lengths. 1, 2, 3. This is a large eye blunt end needle, straight through the center one. Pull it, and then I try to, if I can, I've got small hands so it's not always easy, hold that tail end so I don't pull everything through. Then to the bottom or the top one, doesn't matter which way you go, you're going to go back through the bottom, through all the holes and pull it through. Then you're going to go all the way to the top and through all the holes, and you're going to come back through this center hole, but this time you want the thread to come out the other side of this central thread. Pull it tight as well, but you can pull it tight in a minute. So we're going to go through this one, but we want to come the opposite side and not go through any threads. So that's it. That is us all the way through, and the whole thing is stitched together. I've just knocked my nail off, which is typical because they're only stick on. Oh, let's get rid of that and I will stick it back on in a minute. And then we simply tie some knots. That is in. Within the Cinderella kit there is endless decorations and pages and words and anything that you need to decorate up your journal. It just goes on and on and on. So you can make large journals from it. You can make travel journals, you can make snail mail projects, file folders, whatever you want with this kit. You have interactive, lots of interactive pieces that you can put together and have doors that open and reveal surprises and things like that. Emma is doing videos on those aspects. These are all the cuts from the kit, the extras, the fussy cuts. If you do not like to see stitch work, you can simply glue something over the top of here. It could be a piece of washi tape. If it is washi tape, I would recommend that you put extra glue on it. I may do something, I don't know if I'm going to do that or some lace and go really girly with this one because I don't normally do girly projects. I have this amazing lace here. I'm pretty sure I ordered this from AliExpress in China. To put it on, I'm going to have to use a Fabri-Tac or a silicone glue. Then I'm going to pop it down roughly in the center. Because I would like to cover up all of the stitching, I'm going to use this very close knit lace over this loose thread lace, so that you don't actually see that brown stitching at all. So check I've got it roughly in the right place by folding it slightly off that side. So before it dries, just wiggle its placement. I'm going to end up with quite a lacy piece, because I'm almost tempted, where this is quite flappy but not easy to glue, to run these little daisies down this side and this side to secure this piece as well. Yeah, I think that would work. The front part of the cover, I've chosen the doorway and then Cinderella in her Cinder's outfit, so the paper doll with her Cinder's dress, and the broom as the main elements for this front door. I want it so that that's the bit that sticks over, so I'm going to actually put it on this way. What happened, I had a little break, didn't like the cover. What I've done is I've torn up some of the papers. I need to ink some of these up, and grabbed a few bits off the ephemera sheets. I'm going to ink those up and stick them over this. It happens to everyone, you don't always get what you want the first time you do it. Lift this lace slightly. I know I glued it down, but there's still a little bit of give. So I'm going to lift the edge of this just a little bit and stick that one down there. And I realise some bits are still showing through. And I have this bit that way, which will cover that bit. I've got nothing to cover this bit, so I think I might need another piece to layer down this edge as a pointy flag. To get the little flag shape, I'm going to cut up in a triangle shape like that, from the corner to the middle. You can shove that down over that bit that's still sticking out to the top. This is me trying to cover up that thing that I don't particularly like. I might do that. I do have this, which is almost like a little pocket. I can make it a pocket, and I have a little tag. I'm going to give this a bit of depth, which means a bit of scrap paper to create a pocket hinge. So with the hinged pockets, I just want to fold that in half. This is like almost card-like. Get it so it goes corner to corner. Might like a little something on there. We do have this believe that I cut for the bird, but it'll actually fit on there, but I feel it needs a frame of some sort. That can go on there. We have a pocket with a word on it. Put a little pocket on here, and then put a tag in there. How's that looking? I like that, because you're getting lots of different layers now going down. Want to put a little hole in that and push that through there, and then I want to pull that through there, pop it in there, and I think that will be my front cover. I'll turn that over. Right, we'd already put lace and stuff on this one, and we have this inside page. We've got this notice that says you shall go to the ball. Could probably just go with the right glue over the whole lot. I want to cover the lace, it vaguely lined up. Oh no, didn't want to get glue there. If that's going to look super weird there, or whether I can get away with it, I don't know, it's a bit odd. We do have an envelope and a ball invitation somewhere, so you could put the envelope together and pick up on that by doing that there. Oh, we've got that Cinderella there, and then if we put that like a double pocket, which means I want to glue this on 3/4 of the way round, but it doesn't need a huge gap, it doesn't need to be a deep pocket. We are going to put our invite in the little invitation envelope. There's your invite to the ball, and now we've got Cinderella being able to go to the ball. This is a little boring, so I want to put a little something on this envelope, and I'm just having a quick look to see what we've got. Might have some stickers or fussy cuts I can use on here that didn't come with the kit. Could cut them just here so they fit this corner. Grab some of the ink that's just left on here to stain down this whiteness. So that's a little something to go on there. When I do collages, I like to do them in sets of 3. So what else do we have? I've got a tiny little pumpkin. Got some words here. I've got believe, once upon a time, you shall go to the ball, that dress fairy godmother. There's so many actually. Let's have a look. Pumpkin should go there. Fairy godmother flowers. Just a little cluster there for interest. I shall run some lace along this edge. I'll trim it up properly in a minute. I just want to get rid of the excess. We do have a little carriage, but I've also got other stuff. I mentioned fairy godmother, and there she is. So I think we should put fairy godmother on that page, and you still have this massive amount of writing space. Take something like this and make sure it's all fully down. Again, you've got very good writing pages here, but we want to do a bit more than that. I have something like that, and then we do have these sort of ugly sister pictures. I could overlap them slightly, maybe make this one a little tuck spot and this one fully down. I want to put something in there. There's a little pumpkin. Got so much stuff. There's another little thing. We have a little crown. Put that in the centre of that frame. I don't know whether I want to do that or not. Have him leaping out of the frame. I do feel like I want another something in there. Have a little, is that going to fit? Yeah. Library card there. I'm perfectly happy with how that's turning out. This then I'm probably going to leave blank apart for some lace down the side. Okay. If I'm decorating any, it'll be this one. And I do have a big file folder. Could put that inside. What I'm going to do with this little file folder is you can either stain it or line it. I'm going to line it with bits and pieces. I am going to put some music score on here. Using a Pritt stick because it won't wrinkle your paper anywhere near as much as a wetter glue. I'm going to cover the whole of this side. Go to the centre, make sure that bends over, which it does. Smooth that on. Then we have some paper. Instead of doing this neatly, we are just going to tear it. Now you have a writing space on this page, and see how we want to decorate up the inside of this. Okay, we have that little pot and pail. I'm going to stick that there, but I'm going to make it a top loading pocket. And here we have this Cinderella's picture book label. It may or may not fit in there, we will see. It's going to be too big for that. We have a little Prince Charming. We have checkered paper. I'm going to need to, down this edge, brown it. Right up to that edge, but not on it. I was going to have this with tuck spots, but I may actually glue this completely onto, not sure yet, or maybe do something different. We have a postcard, too big. You could go that way though. I think that's a good little thing to put in here actually. That there. So you can write on this, you can write on this, and then make both pockets. I found this cute little wooden spoon, and as I've got a pot there, I thought we could add that as a decoration. I just think it's really sweet, and it's just an added little extra. Here I've made that into a tag. I've added that Cinderella pumpkin recipe, and then you've got a picture book with Cinderella on it in there. And then I think we could just put another little something that could be used to write on in here. Don't know if I want to decorate that with anything. Got the little crown. We have another thing that can be written on. being tucked into there to be discovered. All of this was going to go into the book. I'm going to put this onto this page and possibly put something on the front of here. This front is actually quite nice as it is, but I'm just wondering if you could throw on a tiny bit of decoration. This page I am simply going to decorate. I'm going to take these two pictures, which are the same person, stain them up on the edges, of course. Also have, which I will show you in a second, these photo frames, which I know are not going to fit the pictures, but that's not the point. The point is to create a sort of funky piece of modern art between frames and pictures. This page, just some lace. What I've decided to do with this one, I was going to leave this blank, but then I turned it over and decided I like these pages blank instead. So I'm going to use a tear away from some paper I used earlier. I think that was here. I've still got some of it left, and I've torn it into a triangle to make a corner pocket tuck spot. Already inked this one up, and that can go in there. I've got this bucket pail thing. Have a quick look, see if there's anything else. I've got more of these women, but I've got them on that side, so I'm not sure about that. One of the little clock cards already cut up. 3 pieces I think is enough. These were the pages that I wanted to kind of leave as they are, but I will probably put, because I have been putting it down, some lace down this side. If you wanted to, you could do a little bit of stamping on this page. I don't feel it's necessary. I quite like having a blank page or two. I'm wondering about making a pocket and popping the matching colour ones in it. I've only just used that clock, so I think I'm going to go for the bottom bit, which is actually the shoe. What I've decided to do, because I have added a lot of lace, is I have now made this pocket, and I did it so that the hinges were part of the pocket. So in other words, slightly bigger, scored down, folded over, and cut away slightly at this edge so that they all sit together, a bit like an envelope. On this side, I thought, instead of doing my usual indentation to make the pocket so you know where the pocket is, I'm going to put lace on top of the pocket. Don't know if I want to put it that side or that side. I might put it this side, because then you still see that. This pocket's ending up quite full because I've got quite a bit of stuff here from the kit that will fit it, and a loaded pocket always looks quite nice, doesn't it? This page I think you can leave blank, and I suppose this page, the back page, you want to put something on here. Have a pocket that is actually part of the kit, matches that, and score it up, fold it up, and see what we think. We fold it where it's been scored, basically glue that together and leave it so you can lift that up and put things in there. Probably need a closure at some point. I have some Velcro arriving, so I'll probably use Velcro dots as the closure. They're not here yet. You could have that as a double pocket, because you could go along that edge and that edge and have something for the top, and then also an envelope there. If we want to decorate the envelope, could put a little corner pocket tuck spot actually on the envelope itself, because we've done it before on these kind of envelope-y tuck spots, or at least once before. I'm going to do it on this one as well. I do have this, which was from the cover. I'm going to cut a little bit off this and pop it in here. For this little card that's going to go inside the envelope, I've matted and layered 2 pieces of paper to go on the front, and one of the evening gowns I thought would look nice against that midnight clock. I didn't go for a pink one because I want it to stand out. So that's the little card done. It's going to go in the envelope. This is the tag, one tag cut up. It's actually double-sided because it came from a double-sided print. I'm just wondering if there's anything that we can put on the front that's going to fit. A little shoe. Yep, that fits. Got a mirror here, and that can go in that little pocket. That little fan's quite sweet. Might actually put that on the envelope closure. What else can go potentially into that pocket? That might be too wide, but we can try it. Then we have this tall thin pocket at the back. That would make a tag that you didn't have to decorate. Okay, that was relatively easy to do because this was already double-sided. All I've done is cut it to the right size and shape it and stick a bit of lace at the top of it. And it would be nice if it was a bit stiffer cardstock, but it's fine and it fits. So that's that one in there. So you've got 3 pockets essentially on that back page. This was cut off the bottom of here, so I've just shaped that into a tag, again double-sided, and I will put that in that front pocket along with the other one. Quite like that little shocker green, helps things stand out a bit. So I think I'm going to put that on. We'll have a quick look at what's been done. This is your mini vacation weekend away journal, made with hardly any of the kit really. There's so much to it. None of the interactive pieces, none of the opening wardrobes, doors, fireplaces. Keeping it fairly simple with that cover. And then you've got a couple of tags here and just decorated up, some lace. On this you have a pocket at the back here, and then the ball invite in the envelope provided in the kit. This side all we did was add some lace and the fairy godmother. On this side you've got one, well, everything's from the kit, but then you've got these extra pieces of paper because we made that a tuck spot, and I just wanted the fun of putting the prints jumping out of the frame. Because of the paper, just added a lace border. This, I love the paper, so we didn't add anything here. This side I used the file folder, just put a tiny little decoration on the front, not much at all. And then inside, put some different plain papers over the inside, more scrapbooky, junk journal-y style. And then we've got a little Prince portrait there with that wooden spoon and pocket. And then this side, we've got a huge kind of tuck spot pocket. So we've got several things. I did a crown to this one. This was a tag that came with the kit. That's the little pumpkin pie recipe. You could get more in there if you wanted to. This side is purely decoration. On this side, a bit of a tear away from some paper that had been used on the front cover. Made it into a torn triangular pocket, and then added some of the pictures from the digital. Some more lace down that edge. Here, completely blank journaling space, just edged with lace. On this one, from a piece of paper, kit paper, made a pocket with lace edging, and then it is stuffed full of pictures from the kit itself, made into little cards that you can write on. Here, another blank page so you can journal on it, and on the very back cover, envelope from the kit, leftover card from the cover made into a card, decorated with papers from the kit and one of the dresses, and then it's just plain inside, so it's just something to write on. There's space in that envelope to add more papers if you wanted to. Put a little front pocket on with some spare bit of paper, and again just added pieces, either spare bits of paper cut into tags or pieces from the kit. I think that was spare paper cut into a tag shape with a little shoe on it. And then up here, double printed, but from a paper made into a tag. It's just what I would call a mini journal, something for weekends away, short holidays, christenings, memory making times. I think, due to the fact that so much is included in the kit, this is about a 3-hour make.